Hey y'all, it's Anna Bradshaw here with a very special edition Craft with Anna adventure all about packing for a crop. And in particular for me, one crop that's coming up very soon, the Creating Keepsakes Convention. So the very first step we're going to do is to gather some pictures. That's pretty easy to do, right? And when you're gathering your pictures, just grab what you like and then move on. Next thing we're going to do is sort the pictures. I like to sort my pictures in groups according to how many photos are going to be on the page. Like 1 photo, 2 photos, 3 photos. That's my normal spread. The best part about this step for me is that I can do it one-handed. So I'm holding my little baby Sunday. Here she is. And I'm getting a lot of work done at the same time. And in keeping with creating keepsakes, I'm going to make some sketches based out of this Scrapbooking Challenges book by Elizabeth Karchner. And what I do is I just go through and I find some pages that I like and I draw some sketches up. This one has 2 photos, and I think if I crop my 4x6s down a little bit, I can make it fit the sketch design. So in the background here, you can see, here I'll zoom in for you. You can see there's a large bracket framing the entire thing. Just so happens I have some large brackets. And you know, that's what's really fun about getting ready for a crop, is that you can gather supplies from what you have, or as I like to say, you can shop your stash. And if you go online to my blog, you can see some videos, little tours of my craft room, including about how I store my embellishments, which is a little bit unique, but it allows me to quickly find things that are of the same color scheme. So I pull out this border strip, and I'm going to keep looking for things that kind of go sort of with the page. And I'm also going to refer to my sketch to make sure that the things I'm grabbing aren't just things that I like, but things that I should, you know, actually be incorporating in with the rest of the layout. Like, this is a great way to clean up little odds and ends on your desk too. Hey, if it matches, throw it in the bag. What's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to use it, and the best that can happen is you are going to use it. Look at some of the things I've gathered here. Little odds and ends, label stickers, and I mean, this sheet only has 1 sticker on it. It's done. It's going in the bag. Okay, so after I get all of these little things kind of tucked in on itself, then I stack them all up so they look kind of nice and neat, and put these little border stickers here, and oh, there's a little flower here too. I gotta tuck that in. Put my pictures on top so I know what I'm working with, and oh, I almost forgot the background. Okay, let's shop that. Okay, I got a couple choices here, and I could pack all 3 of these and be just fine with that, but since I'm, you know, showing you guys what my process is, then, you know, let's just go a little bit more in depth. So I'll try this brown here, and right away I like the tone on tone, but it's really dull looking to me, so that's a no for me. And then I notice there's a lot of blues in this picture, so I'm going to try the blue solid background, and I like it. It matches the blue, but it just kind of looks really washed out to me. So the next piece I'm going to try is a Storytellers Club piece, and right away I really like the gold, and it happens to match that border sticker, and when I turn it I like it even more, just because, I don't know, I like it, and I'm going to trust my gut. So this one's a good one. Once you've got all of your supplies that you have for each layout assembled, I just slide them into the sheet protector that I plan on using. That way my sheet protector is packed and the supplies are packed too. Let's move on to the next layout. While I was searching through my embellishments, I found these 3 chipboard circles, and my next pattern does call for 3 circles. So we'll just slip those into the sheet protector. Now I won't lose them, and I'll look for some photos to go with these papers that I already have out, because why would I put them away when I can pack them up? So I see right away that these large circles are the same size as these circles. I'm going to use the reverse. It also has circles printed on the back, and I think it's just a little bit subtler texture. And I also really like the contrasting colors. I'm going to look through my photos until I find any of them that I think will look nice. Here's a great picture of my husband and I when I was largely pregnant last Christmas with my now 8-month-old daughter. But I think I'll use this picture of my older daughter Rainier in a hat that my mother knit her. I really like the way the swirls on the side of this print in the gold tones. It's just so really warm, and so is the photo, so I like the way that it looks, and I'm not going to overthink it any more than that. Now, referring to my sketch, in my sketch actually calls for 2 photos, but I'm only going to use 1 photo, so I'm going to use some 4x6 you could call them journaling cards. The first one I see that I like is going to be the one that I use. Now, if when I go to scrapbook these at the crop, if I don't like it, I don't have to use it. If I'm not feeling the page, I don't have to scrap it. I'm going to have plenty of other options. So you can take as much or as little time on this process as you want to, but the more kits you have, the more you have to choose from. Now I need some little strips of paper, so I'm going to shop my scrap bucket and just pull out anything that I want. This is a cut apart sheet, and I may decide to use this, or I may use the cut aparts in something else, but I'll have it with me. Anything that I lay down, if I don't immediately like it, I put it back in the bucket, and if I do like it, I just leave it there. So it's a great way to kind of get rid of some scrap papers that are lying around too. And in each kit, I try to include a variety of patterns. I always have a solid background of some kind, about 3 pattern papers, usually 2 big and 1 small, or 2 small and 1 big. However, I decide that I like to pull things. I slide these into the sheet protector also, and I'll show you my no sketch method. I start with my 2 photos, and I'm going to gather papers in the order, pretty much just like what I said. I want 2 patterns, one of them is going to be big and maybe 2 of them small, or 1 big and 2 small, however it works. And let me tell you, collection packs are your friends. This is a close to my heart collection, and I can just pull all these coordinating colors out. There's oftentimes printed papers on both of them, and if I like it, I leave it. If I don't like it, I don't leave it. Remember, collection packs are your friends. You can't go wrong with mixing and matching patterns that the designers have already done for you. Sometimes I choose a paper that I think looks really nice, but then I decide to go out of my comfort zone and I choose a little bolder pattern, because look at the back of this, it's very neutral. So don't be afraid to make bold choices. Oftentimes the reverse is something very subtle. I've got everything I need here. I have 3 patterns, a solid, and at least one of my papers is a striped piece. Now I'm going to grab a journaling card to slip onto the side. This will be really easy to incorporate and highlight some of the colors. I've got all the things I need, and now I see this flower pot in the background, and she also has a flower in her hair. I think I'm going to include these stamps to take along with me. So I can make a lot of different things. We also keep shells in that flower bucket, and this is kind of like shell reminiscent, so I could see a lot of potential with this stamp set. And now it's time to try it again. This time let's work off of our embellishments. You know how tempting it is to get those super cute little sticker packs, but what do you do with them? You find homes for them so they don't get forgotten in your stash. Okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did before. I'm just going to pull random pieces of scrap out of my stash, and if I like it, I leave it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to leave it. What's really great about using the stickers to choose the papers is that I'm going to find color combinations that maybe I wouldn't normally have chosen. Like, I probably wouldn't have put this green and gold and brown together. The brown in that first piece of paper is actually kind of a purpley gold, but it looks really good together, doesn't it? And look how fast that kit came together. I can slide it into the sheet protector and boom, another one's ready to go. And can you believe it? In just this short amount of time, we created 4 to-go kits to go. Now you may be asking yourself, but what can I do with all these kits before I go to my crop? Do you have any of these pizza boxes laying around? They are great for storage. I can put all of these kits and the stamp set right inside the pizza box. and close it up. I can stack as many of them as I have on top of each other and carry them pretty easily. They are a little on the thin side though, so I'll show you what I like to use when I go to a crop. I get out these big plastic containers and they keep things organized really well. This is something that I have packed from my last crop. Look, here's the little kit all ready to go. No pictures, but bonus. Some little odds and ends and a big layout I never finished, and oh my gosh, this is a real treasure to find. These are some great pictures of my brother when he got engaged to his now wife of 2 years. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but you know, if I wasn't behind, what would I have to do in cropping? I gotta have something to go on, right? So, oh, and here's another sheet protector in here too, so I can pack that full of stuff since these things have been just fine as they have been for however long they've been in here. So I'll repack my things in here, layer them in here so that I'm kind of forced to do some of these things I haven't done. Let's go find some pictures for this kit, okay? While we're at it, let's find some pictures for this kit too. I found some great pictures to put in here of my grandma and my mom with Sunday. And then a cute photo of the 2 girls with some stickers to go into this kit here. Here's a look at the other kits I was able to put together. Well, all I can say is wowza, we packed up a lot of great kits today. Thanks so much for helping me get everything ready for the Creating Keepsakes convention coming up in just a couple weeks. Daphne, I can't wait to spend the weekend with you. Here's my blog address in case you've never been there. I hope you enjoy it, and of course, feel free to share it with anybody else. Here's a card that my daughter Rainier made. She's very talented as well, and this was made with gelato and stickers. You can follow her on Instagram under Rainier or my 2-year-old's a fearless artist. Of course, I'm on Instagram too, under Anna Bradshaw or Craft with Anna. Here's a card that she and I made together. It's more fun to craft with family, isn't it? Thanks so much for watching this special edition of Packing for a Crop, Craft with Anna Adventure, and remember, don't overthink it when it comes to getting ready for the crop. You don't have to make all your final decisions today. Do trust your eyes. If you don't like the way it looks when you first put it down, don't take it with you. And choose photos that you love. They're so much more fun to scrap, and you'll be happier to come home with whatever you make with them. And it is really all about having as absolute much fun as possible, right? Okay, I'll see you at CK.